Ugh, I can't. I can't. I can't with this because this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. The video gaming industry has lost their damn mind, and it's just gonna get worse. It's just gonna get worse unless people like me speak up about this, unless people like me talk about this, because they probably don't want to hear this, but NFTs. NFTs. What is an NFT? You might be saying to yourself. Like essentially an NFT is something that you own in a digital space. You are the one owner. It is a one of a kind item. I really think it's just for money laundering and tax evasion, because obviously NFT sort of tax laws don't really exist, with the new tax laws coming into effect in January 1st of 2022. Things are very different, especially if you're doing monetary transactions on things like PayPal, Zelle, and whatnot. So I feel like this is just a giant money laundering thing. But essentially, you own something digitally. Essentially, you own a picture of a picture. You own a song that's digital only, and you're the only person who owns it. This is your thing. It is a non-fungible token on a blockchain. Really, the people that they're targeting are not people that know what an NFT is, because I don't know what an NFT is really at the end of the day. And there's gonna be some dorks in the comments like, I knew what an NFT is. I saw the picture of a monkey and the monkey made me $1 million. That's great. That's great. I don't care, because I don't represent you. I represent the 97% of people who don't really understand what an NFT is, and more importantly, don't really care what an NFT is. However, I have to care now, because it's coming into the video game industry. It's coming in like a hurricane, rock you like a hurricane, and it's bullshit. This is absolute bullshit. So really, NFTs have been creeping in. There's been a couple companies, the usual suspects, doing it, but something happened last night that just sent me over the freaking edge. So we're gonna talk about NFTs and why we don't want them. Listen, video game industry, we don't want them. We don't care. We don't care about shit like this. This is not why we play video games, to own a one-of-a-kind digital item, a picture. Like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna take that JPEG and then you're gonna save that, right-click save, and now somebody else owns it? What are you gonna do? Go after everyone? A lawsuit or something like this? Anyways, really, this started coming about with companies like Ubisoft. Ubisoft said that they were gonna do NFTs. They did some NFTs for like Splinter Cell and stuff. Nobody cared. Nobody cared, because nobody cares about NFTs when it comes to the video game landscape. Stalker 2 said that they were going to have NFTs in their game, and everyone shit a brick over this. They're like, no, we don't want NFTs in the game. Take them out. Take them out. And then they tried to double down on it, and people once again were like, no, we don't want NFTs in this game. Take them out. Take them out. So they caught a lot of backlash from that, and they actually removed it. Square Enix came up on the scene. They're like, we like NFTs are great. Do you notice? It's always the same couple of companies pushing this bullshit that people don't want. All digital stuff. Everyone wants all digital stuff. Do they? Then why do physical products still sell? Because you can make money when you sell a physical product. You can actually own it. You have it in your hand. If you want to trade it with a friend, you can do that. Can't quite do that with digital games. We'll kind of get into the digital game aspect of NFTs in just a moment, because I'm already all over the place with this. But Square Enix, of course, has been catching a lot of backlash. I've been seeing a ton of videos with people talking about Square Enix. Hey, we don't want this shit in our games. But now they did it. They did it. Who is the worst company when it comes to their great licensed games, their classic games? Who is the worst company at making new iterations of it? Because I can think of 3 series right off the top of my head that one company has a stronghold on, and we haven't really seen anything new from these genres and these titles in quite a while. With those 3 games are, of course, Metal Gear Solid, Castlevania, and Silent Hill. And it's Konami. And now Konami isn't on the NFT portion, and this was the straw that broke the camel's back for me. This is what drove me absolutely insane, to wake up and see this! The Castlevania 35th NFT collection. Who asked for this? Who is asking for this? Oh, look, I could own Bloody Tears, the Famicom version, or I could just download an MP3 of it, because those exist. Oh, look, a picture Oh, look, a picture. You include stuff like this in your Castlevania collections. I already own this picture. What am I gonna do with this picture? Why do I want this picture? I don't want this picture. Oh, look, there's more music. That's cool. You get a highlights. You get a highlights trailer because, you know, some jackass on YouTube can't make it. Me being the jackass, I can make a highlights trailer of the original Castlevania right now. You know what? I'm actually going to find one that's already pre-made for me, probably from the Nintendo Switch eShop, that's a trailer for the game. And I'm going to play it over this right now because I already own this. I right-clicked, save, and now I own this. But this is a problem. This is a problem because now these companies smell blood in the water. Once one company does something, and that's the thing, everyone follows the leader when it comes to this. All it takes is for one company to do something batshit crazy, something stupid, something that video gamers don't want, and then the other companies are like, well, wait a second. We're not the bad guy here because we're not initiating this. We're not the ones that are initiating this whole thing. We're just the ones that are going along with the trend. Now, is there any positive to an NFT? I believe there is, actually, and that comes into what we just talked about earlier with digital games, because theoretically speaking, you could use NFTs and blockchains in order to sell digital copies of a game. So if you purchase a game, you could then sell an NFT of it as on the blockchain, which I know you're probably like, what the hell am I talking about? But I do know a little bit about it. And then you could take this game and then sell it to a friend or sell it to a random person online. And I don't think that's inherently a bad thing because that's one of the drawbacks of digital gaming. The problem is that's not what NFTs in gaming are being used for. If that was the primary thing, I don't think people would necessarily really care if they were just able to sell digital copies of their games. The problem is video game companies don't want you to sell digital copies of their games because right now when you buy a digital copy, you own that digital copy, but you cannot transfer that digital copy, meaning that other people will also have to buy that digital copy. With a physical product, I could sell you this, which just happens to be right here, this Evercade cartridge, and say, hey, I paid 20 bucks for it, give me 15, give me 20 bucks, and you know, it's yours. And then I have made a transaction, I have sold this product to someone else, it is not in my possession, but the company doesn't see any money of that. And that's what this is all about. It's all about money, it's all about greed, it's all about bullshit that we don't want. And look, I hate to break it to you guys, but it's just gonna get worse. This is just the beginning. This is the absolute beginning. And you know, it's kind of been around in PC stuff with stuff like Counter-Strike, because I know there's like items that you could buy in the game and then only you buy them. There's a huge market for Counter-Strike stuff, and that's fine. It's preying on people's addictive natures. It's preying on the collectible aspect. It's preying on the one-of-a-kind aspect so that you have to have it. You really want to have that. But this, it's just begun, guys. It's just begun, and it's gonna get worse. It's gonna go from these little digital soundtracks and little YouTube trailers and pictures that you could just download a JPEG of online, and it's gonna move into the actual game itself. There's gonna be specific items or specific things, you know, a specific costume that's a one-of-a-kind thing. Spend a couple grand with us, and now we'll be able to give this to you for a freaking colorway or some shit like that. Like, just think of how companies can exploit this. Just think in-game items, things like customizable. Think of like NBA 2K, a customizable shoe. Oh, you want the purple and gold colorway? Oh, it's gonna cost you. It's gonna cost you some real world money, and it's ridiculous. I don't understand why NFTs are a thing, because I feel like there's bot accounts out there on social media that are promoting NFTs as like something really good and something that's going to make you a lot of money. And the whole digital thing, the whole buying digital land, buying digital items and being the one owner. So, okay, I have a question. If I buy that Castlevania JPEG, does that mean I could go and take down anyone's picture or anyone's video who has ever used that picture? No, because if you look at it, it's actually dated for 2022. So I guess going forward, technically, you could do that. Technically, so you know what you gotta do? You gotta give him a little mustache. You gotta put a little mustache on him, and then you're good. And then you're good, because now it's your picture. Now it is a picture that you own. You created it. Put your little copyright on there, put your little trademark on there, and you are good to go. This whole thing is ridiculous. It's disgusting, it's ridiculous, and it's just gonna get worse. So what can we do? That's the real question. What can we do to combat NFTs invading the world of video games. I feel like there are some companies that are going to wait a very long time. Those companies are going to be Sony, Microsoft, and obviously Nintendo, because I mean, they're still like 10 years behind when it comes to online things anyways. But these third-party companies, these smaller companies, are definitely going to start pushing for this. So what can we do? We make fun of them. We make fun of them. We laugh at them in public. We point and laugh, and you know that it's bullying. Well, sometimes bullying works, okay? Sometimes you have to have bullies in life because it gives you a bit of a hardship that you have to overcome. So you point, you laugh at these assholes. You say, you know what? No, this is stupid. Nobody wants it, and nobody cares about this. And they might get some, you know, apes that will buy, and apes is a term for like crypto and NFTs and stuff. They might get some apes that'll come along and buy some of this stuff. That's great. As long as the general consumer laughs at it, as long as the general consumer looks at it, points at it and says, this is stupid, nobody wants this, and we are not going to support this, we'll be fine. Because companies will eventually realize that, hey, this isn't a lucrative thing for us, this isn't worthwhile. But the problem is, and I really feel like it's a problem, is a couple bad apples are going to come along and buy up all this shit, and then companies are going to be, you know, excited. They're going to be like, hey, well, we have to do this. We have to make more NFTs. We have to implement more NFTs into video gaming. It's going to be a rough road. It's going to be a rough road, and it's a road that I don't really see it getting better anytime soon. We just have to fight it. You know, like the whole stalker thing. With the stalker thing, you laughed at him. You said, you guys are freaking idiots. Nobody wants your NFTs in the game, and then eventually they back down on it. But these bigger companies, it's going to take a lot more. Really, it's going to take talking with your wallet, because at the end of the day, that's what they want. They want your wallet. They want your money. They want your currency. And I don't know, man. I don't know. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. We are a mere 6 days into 2022, and NFTs are already taking over Castlevania. I can't get a new Castlevania game, but I sure as shit can get a NFT. You know, at least with Silent Hill, they make these statues and shit that are ridiculously expensive, but you could buy those. You could hold that in your hand. You want to shove that up your ass, you can. I can't shove this NFT up my ass. Where was I going with that? Anyways, guys. Ugh, I'm tired. I'm a tired old man. I'm tired of shit like this. So let me know in the comment section down below what you think of NFTs, because I know there's going to be some dorks in the comments saying, NFTs are good. I like NFTs. Shut up. Shut up. And as always, thank you for checking out this video. If this is your first time on the channel, welcome. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, like and share the video, and of course, get some good conversations going on in the comments. And I'll catch you guys on the next video. Later.